Hello, Crypto Nation and mining family. What's going on out there? I'm Nemesis, and of course I've got my home dog here, Crypto Mikkel. Yo. Mining family, what's going on out there? I'm Nemesis, and of course I've got my home... Oh, of course I forgot to mute myself up over here on my screen, so I'm like, duh, duh, duh. I can hear myself a second time. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I have mine on too. I usually keep it on for like the first couple seconds.
Now I usually turn that off because I've got all the stuff to show me that everything's going good. And what's going on, Sam Man? What's going on? What's going on? Nefarious, Chris Anderson, Dig Deep Miner. We got K6 Masters in the house. Yo, Deadwood 11. Yo, Mike and Deb.
We got ZBird5, which is he's new. Welcome,
Jonas
buddy.
P. And Matthew Thomas. What's going on?
Oh, Maybell says good morning. Good morning.
Chad
to you,
Issy, or Lizzie, whatever. Yo, I probably just like totally butchered that. Got Karen Spurl. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, what is up, everybody? What's up, Sarth? How are you doing?
Since you're all kind of piling in, guys, don't forget to smash that Lizzie like button, guys. Smash it, smash it. And if you're new here, definitely hit the subscribe button. This way you can get all
and
that
little bell notification.
Yeah, this way you get all that fresh knowledge from us, especially since we focus ourselves on the mining experience.
Ooh. And if you would really like, you can go check out the links down in the description below. Opening up some new tabs for a little bit for later. You know, any other stuff down there is all great links, especially the Patreon. We greatly appreciate your support. It would help us grow this channel a little bit more and help make better content. And especially with all these rough times with the human malware virus.
Right.
It helps out the team. So.
Right. Considering that one of your own members here has just unfortunately been affected by the COVID.
Deadwood.
Right.
Calling us a-holes. He said, good to see all you a-holes. Yeah, good to see you too, you a-hole. You and your awesomeness. Oh. Man, they're gonna ban this.
All right.
They're gonna get a strike for that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh man.
That's gonna be horrible.
Oh man. That's funny. Oh man. I can't even unsee it because I would have heard them screaming next to me, so I got to see it again. I was like, "Oh, there it goes again."
Chris Anderson's like cornered up.
Way to go, fart nugget, starting to trend Deadwood. Oh man, that's funny stuff. Anyways, guys, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all had a great week. It's been an interesting week in the mining space, that's for sure. Nothing like hardware-wise, because everything hardware-wise is like at a standstill.
Right, it's like with the human malware virus spreading rampant everywhere. Production, I mean, China might be getting back up and going with all of this stuff, right? But it's the second and third supply chains that are in front of them where they get their smaller components like a resistor, a capacitor, you know, stupid stuff like that. You don't think about it, but those are secondary supply chain lines. So they're waiting for their supply to get so they can sit there and start making their product. So everything is at a screeching halt.
For sure.
I warned about this as I was sitting there watching it explode through China. I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. I'm like, everything's going to shut down. And it sure did, in a hurry. And it's affected me in more than one way. I mean, the jungle cats aren't coming out anytime soon. Pep Boys is closing down, so I lost my job. It took my job! It took my job! Never mind. For anybody who got that one.
For sure. For sure. So, I hope everybody's staying safe, staying clean. Yeah, stay safe, everybody. Yeah, your identity is sacred. That's for sure. Especially in these times where everything's becoming more digital and more online. It's definitely, you gotta stay more safe. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, after Cursed Miner got hacked, yeah, that was bad. Had everything taken off his computer. Oh, it's horrible.
Nefarious. So maybe move a lot closer than you thought? Question mark. Possible. You know, it's very possible. As soon as other things can start moving, because other things are at a standstill because of the stupid malware.
Oh, and don't worry, thank you, Dig Deep Miner, for sure. You know, it is what it is. You gotta stay liquid and roll with the punches. You know, as they say, as one door shuts, another one opens.
Nerves. Yeah, it's getting everybody on the nerves. It's getting everybody all sorts of of heated and like crazy. I've been seeing like some mass chaos going in some discords, and it's just like driving me nuts at this point. Just like,
oh god, yeah.
What is everybody's issue?
You know, you want to know what's funnier too? You know, none of us, I'm sure, we're here during the Spanish flu. After people dealt with the Spanish flu through doing like a little bit of research, you know, you can find the public knowledge on this. People were so mean to each other during the Spanish flu that it was pretty much years before you started seeing neighbors actually talking with each other and being nice to each other. I mean, it's a little bit better than today than it was then. They were really bad then. Because there was no info that was getting let out. This time there's more information, so people kind of understand, but they're all still going, "Oh my God," you know. And it seems like in both cases it all started here in the United States.
Yeah, play that conspiracy theory,
right?
That was the X-Files thing you see.
I can do that.
That's perfect for that right there, man. Yeah.
But you know what? There was a doctor that got arrested here.
Yep.
So conspiracy theory or not, there might be some validity behind this one.
What's up, Life Size Box? I seen you post earlier, way earlier.
Yo, Life Size Box, my man. Yo, yeah. I totally missed it.
Yeah, because he posted so earlier, it was like an hour or so ago.
I never even saw that.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't when you post that far back. Yeah. What's up, Brits? How you doing, buddy?
And Seth, Sarth. Yeah, my whole area is under lockdown. Police are now going to start pulling people over after dark to see if they're an essential worker, because you should be staying at home, you know. That military state's coming to us.
Yeah, we're doing fine so far. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
Right.
Stay safe, especially in your line of work. You see a lot of people, so hope you're staying safe and hope it's not affecting you too bad. Mike and Dev, I could see that. Not to mention the guy that the Harvard professor that worked in the biochemist lab that got arrested.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. What do we know? We're just a bunch of boob tubers.
That gets another X-Files.
This is mostly chilling at home. Good. I'm glad, buddy. Glad you're doing good, though. Glad you're doing good.
Yeah, it will definitely be slow at any shop.
Yeah, creepy time stones.
Oh yeah. But you want to know what's kind of funny in these times? Is these latest happenings.
Man, it's been an interesting week for some happenings.
Oh my God!
Yeah, we're not even done yet. There's still other happenings like this whole year, that we gotta go through. We still got Bitcoin's happening. We still got to do.
Right there,
It's the one tab I didn't have it.
and you have some people that are going, after this happening, pretty much Bitcoin's on a downward spiral from there on out. You're gonna watch all these big mining facilities shut down. Bitcoin's not gonna be as secure. You're seeing it being played out in these last few happenings.
Mm-hmm.
If you kind of look at it, Litecoin hash rate dropped.
Bring on the happening. Yeah, bring 'em on. Yeah,
oh
for
yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate over here. So I mean, like, you know, what if they're right with the trend of miners that are being turned off of all these other coins? Litecoin dropped a little more than half of its hash rate got dropped after the last halving, and Bitcoin Cash and ABC, more than 50% of their hash rate. Even Roger Ver disappeared off of his own coin.
It says Roger Ver abandoned the DCA project and jumped back into BTC. Yeah. He was like, oh, well, there goes that bubble. It popped back into the other one.
Right. We're going back to the stable coin, guys. Back to Bitcoin.
Maybell says 5K before happening. It's possible. It's definitely, I mean, we've watched it dump, $2,000 in like a week before. If not more. You know what I mean? Like, we've watched it plummet. So it's totally possible. Maybe not. But I mean, only time will tell. It's Bitcoin; it does whatever it wants. But on the note of other happenings, the next happening we actually have coming up would be Dash. Dash comes up in 14 days, and then comes actually Pascal coin, and then will be Bitcoin. Or the next one's coming up on the chopping block. Of course, we had BCH, Bitcoin trash over the last week, and then Bitcoin Super Veloce, SV. So they both of them are not doing well because of the happening. SV didn't really make any noise or any bubbles. It just kind of just hammed and went about its business. I didn't really see much come about it, other than hash rate dropping. Bitcoin cash trash, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they a whole different story for them. I even seen a tweet. Who was it? Whale Panda, with it was like a USB miner, and he says I found an old Bitcoin USB miner. He says my 51% BCH. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
I was rolling when I seen it. That
was hilarious. Yes.
I was like, good job. That was a funny one. That was a good one. That's for sure. Yeah, they weren't doing so hot at all. Like at all. I'm pretty sure that they were 51% tax at some point. I know that they were saying, like, in the chain of events post the BSB having was actually mirroring Bitcoin Cashes. That was one of the main situations that was kind of going on. That they were, everything that was happening was exactly the same. Like to a T, basically, was what was going on with each coin. So, conspiracy theory or not, trash is trash, no matter what you call it.
Right.
But I don't know. I remember seeing upon, like, it was like 2 hours or so before Bitcoin Cash was happening. They were, or post happening, they were having 2 hour blocks.
Yeah.
Their blocks weren't hidden for a good 2 hours.
That was the first sign that the miners had already abandoned.
But they don't say,
As soon
They
as
were
you
saying it
watch
was,
that
what,
spike, because it's
60% fall in hash rate.
right,
Yeah.
and if it happened all in the same shot, you know, you're seeing how centralized the mining power actually was, for one, and two, it's almost like insider trading. They're like, oh, this is gonna be bad. They're looking at the block size and they're like, man, there's like one transaction in here. We're gonna run.
That's funny. Y'all are crazy. Absolutely crazy. He says, if you want stable internet connection, Google classified information. You'll always connect after that. They're always going to be watching you after that. But yeah, we're going to let him have good internet so we can see what he's doing. Watch that guy. He's not doing anything. He's just doing nothing. He's just playing video games.
Right? Be like, oh, this is a waste of time. Why did he Google that one time?
So you start going funky and, you know, just re-Google some stuff. A couple more times. And they go, well, he's back on it again. He must have known we weren't watching. Now we have to stay watching him all the time.
Best internet from there on forward.
Right. So there you go, guys. Tip. AC says, what are you guys currently mining? Currently, right now, I'm mining ETC and PNG at this time being.
Yep, I got that handshake going on.
No, I'm Monero.
Got that. Oh yeah. Got that XMR. Got that Ethereum and some Beam. I'll be moving some stuff around here soon. That's
What's up,
for sure.
Crypto Miner? This is what have I missed? A little bit, not too much. Just talking about some of the happenings that happened and all of the BS and trash that happened with that.
Oh yeah.
Was it Halving? No, we have not received strikes on YouTube as of yet. There's always room for improvement.
Rizia, he's like, do you guys hold your coins? Let me put it this way. It's business. This stuff gets sold faster than then it can get mined at times.
Yeah, we haven't yet though. So
I keep buying more equipment. It turns into equipment.
oh yeah, for sure. Always. You're like,
Like,
oh yeah, let's
I
get these
used to
coins.
have
Oh,
I used to
I
have
bought stuff
coin, and then I was like, I bought a couple of this, I bought a couple of BCU 1525s, and I was like, poof, gone. All that mine coin, poof, gone.
there it goes. Okay.
Ace is like, any thoughts on Grin's future? Oh, okay. I have a small thought on that. All right. So, Grin, cool with the whole Mimble Wimble thing. They got the market quicker with a whole heck of a lot more hype behind them. They were infinitely inflatable. Did they ever fix that?
I think they did, but
okay.
I mean,
at the time,
it never solved it.
Right, at the time they were infinitely.
They put a cap on it, I'm pretty sure, but the cap is like extremely high.
Right.
So it didn't make it still.
So it got more corporate hype, and then and if you sit there and you look at the dollars of how it could have gotten so much hype, and you look to a little company called Sapphire, and how they had a Grin card specifically. So who had more of an incentive to try to get the hype behind it going? Who would have paid for some advertisement on it? Mm-hmm. You just follow the bread trail on there. They had big backing behind them, which is cool for a coin. I'm totally down for that. Problem that I have is, what have they done since?
Nothing. They don't plan to.
Right. Which it's
It
like
was just a test. They were just testing things out.
oh yeah.
I mean, and they just try to keep. They're trying to find that healthy balance between GPU and ASICs. Is kind of my 2 cents. That they're trying to find that healthy balance between the two, and it's kind of like test it there before they send it anywhere else, because really there's not really any other coins, I think, other than what Bitgrin. I think Bitgrin does it. They do it. Grin does it. That's really it. You know, there's not other coins that implement something like that. So
I mean, now with the whole Mimblewimble technology that they're using, I do find that very interesting.
I prefer Beam over Grin, but I prefer like the whole Mimblewimble protocol a lot better. I don't really prefer the coins themselves, but the protocol is nice.
Correct. Yes.
Now I'm not talking about Mimblewimble coin. That's a scam. That's total garbage. But the actual protocol that Beam is built on is fantastic, and Beam is making great like strive. You know, they implemented cross-chain atomic swaps in their wallet now. Like they're doing work. You know what I mean? Like things are working. So I don't know. I like what they're doing, but the protocol by far is the best part of it. And yes, Gemcoin, I'm not freaking your question. I just wanted to finish that conversation. I still have my F1 Mini. It is actually mining Handshake as well.
Yes.
It's mining along right with the BCU. Might as well. If they can mine the same coin, I might as well go. Might as well do it, just to give it the extra little bit of hash rate. Whether or not it's not really profitable for the F1 Mini to mine like anything. It was really profitable at first when CKD first came out. When that first happened, it was awesome. And it was actually very profitable on the F1 Mini. Since then, not so much, you know, but might as well put them together. But still got it, still hashing away, and you know, just doing it, running cool, low watts, just being an F1 Mini.
Right.
Doesn't really do much. Just hashes, sits there and goes. Don't really play with it much.
Yeah, K6 Masters like never liked Grin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ace did be all the way. Help Crypto Miner says look into the Coda protocol or Repertorium. I've heard of Repertorium. I've heard of that. And very interesting while they're on the Repertorium. I'll look more into it though, because I did find it kind of interesting.
And Chaincoin's like, but the F1 Mini takes forever to mine a minimum payout unless you have a stack of them.
Right. Well.
Yeah, but
I have the BCU, so I don't have to worry about that part of it. It just the F1 Mini just kind of helps, but at least it points it somewhere. But yes, that is a huge problem with the F1 Mini. That it takes forever to mine up minimum payout. The help part with that is make sure you look into the pool that you're mining on, so that way you can see if you can edit your payout, or what the go for a pool with really low payout. Right. So that way you can at least get a payout quickly, at least as quick as you can. That's really all you can.
And there sometimes there are mining pools that are very friendly to low hash power people because they understand. They don't want to be holding on to their coin for what could be a month, maybe 2 months on somebody, when they can just lower the threshold a little bit to something that maybe might take them a week, 2 weeks.
Right. I have looked at the dogliners, Zebert. That's just absolutely insane what they do. The amount of hash that they do on Eagle Song is just absolutely crazy. Just nuts. Definitely what killed the algorithm, because we were mining on there. I was mining on there with my F1. He was too, because it was like the most profitable thing for the F1 minis at the time, and it's just, you just see it just train. Just, oh, I'm getting hardly any payout now. Great.
All right, you just watched the hash rate take an elevator. It's like, here's the new norm. And you're like, here's the new norm. You're like, oh man, this is like 300 times more difficult for the F1 Mini to not get a payout.
Oh, my rewards are way less now. Great. It's going to take me even longer to get a payout.
Oh, yeah.
That's just what I want.
Right. Said nobody.
Said no one ever. Especially if you were mining with the F1 Mini and like not holding your coins and selling them as you were getting them, you actually made out a whole lot better than holding. So at this point, just because of CKB's price has gone down so much, it actually was interesting. But some coins bounce up every now and then, but it hasn't. CKB's price has just gone down. It's like handshakes right now. Handshake's price is just trying to plummet down. I know that CVP 13s have finally come online, so a little bit more hash rate, almost 2 BCUs per one CVP 13 is basically the hash rate equivalent. So a little bit of a bummer. Not to mention, they were saying the end of this month is when the actual handshake ASIC was supposed to come out, but it got put off a couple months due to the human malware virus. So, lucky us that we get to have at least some nice profit for a little bit. I know that I've seen the hash rate start actually going down on Handshake. So something must be more profitable for something out there because the hash rate's gone down. Not really sure what it is. But yeah, the hash rate has gone down like considerably. Difficulty's gone down too.
And so, what's going on, Stephen Day?
Yeah, the Emporium R2 is pretty nice as well. Yeah, from Moad, which is FPGA Guide's specific brand. Is the Moads. If you ever go to their website, that's what's on their website. Like the first FPGA monitor you see is the Moads. MO, like 80, something like that. What's up, Stephen Day? How you doing, buddy? But can't you mine more when the market is down? Yes, you can. But not if the hash rate's up. If the hash rate and the difficulty is still up and the price is down, it's still not going to be profitable because you still have more competition. Stars and the moon have got to alone.
What up, 3D camper?
Really benefit from it being, it's killing Handshake.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
It really is. It's kind of interesting watching it happen. Like surprisingly, it's still decently profitable. A BCU is making a little over $2+ a day, give or take, per BCU. So it's still not crazy. Just to run a BCU per day is less than $1. So I mean, you're still way in the profit in the dollar aspect of things. But the price is going down, but the amount that you're still mining is the still amount that is like the same. Usually that fluctuates, but with the price going down and the hash rate going down with it, you're still mining the same amount of coins, which is all of the competitions. it's interesting.
Nefarious brings up an interesting thing of BSV's price is still higher than it was pre-halving. So if they knew that it wasn't that they didn't need to sell it right at that particular second, and they knew that they can mine something else really fast that would pay out much better, they're going to go after that, and they're going to start dropping the price of that other particular coin. That's why Roger Vere's mining facility is now pointed at Bitcoin. It's more profitable, and he'll sell it knowing that it'll drop the price of Bitcoin.
Zebert, yes, less than $1 a day to run, and permanent hearing loss, not quite. Yes, with the blower it is pretty loud.
Oh my god.
But running as a water block, I mean, of course, it's more than $1 a day to run with a water block, technically. Because you're going to be running more power because of the pump and everything. But the actual card itself would be theoretically pulling less watts. If you held them at the same amount of standards, it would pull a little bit less watts because it would consume less heat. But, yeah.
And Mike Cantoris, we wouldn't recommend anybody to buy anything other than that Bizity Bit, you know.
Bizity Bit all day long.
It's cheap right now. It's under 7,000, right? Is it still under 7,000 right now? I haven't looked at that. I don't look at it too often.
68.77.
Oh damn! Yep. So that sounds like a coupon.
So we really appreciated the video of us putting the FPGA rig together. There's actually more than one.
Yeah.
There was his FPGA rig
doing with a water block.
Right, 2 of them. He built 2 BCU Dynastech water blocked BCU rig with the full Dynastech build out, and then I went with the blower setup.
Yep.
Yeah, it's extremely loud, and I'm actually looking at water blocking it because of the loudness of it. But yeah, I'm actually looking at I have a friend of mine on here who we all know, Mr. Dane, who is actually looking at building a silencer and maybe putting it on to see
which that would be cool, but
it'll be run.
The only thing I don't like about some silencers, it's all going to depend on the length of the ducting that he's going to use on there for the silencer, because if it's really short, it has to silence it in a small amount of time, which means the only way you can really do that is by restricting airflow, slowing down that velocity a little bit. So then there you're looking at something a little longer that it can actually pull the tube into a vacuum of some sort, but not a heavy vacuum. You're going to lose velocity from it being on a silencer. And I know this from running my impact gun. I used to have a silencer in there. Now I just tell people to put their earmuffs on. Ta, 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 ta.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at, like my balancing of what I'm gonna do. Luckily, I did get a nice present to play with the FPGA, which I am currently trying to figure out how I'm going to set that up. So
Ralph Cooper's got his full attention. We said silencer.
Right.
He's like giggity.
Right. I'm trying to find a capture card in order to fully utilize to show everybody me setting up the FPGA rig with the piece of awesomeness that I got here that I'm trying to save opening for that video, but I've been itching pretty hard for it. I really want to open it. But yeah, I'm looking for a capture card so maybe I could show the screen of the FPGA rig easier, other than pointing a camera at the screen, because I'm sure that's, and I still gotta like do work on the screen, so I don't need like something in my way so I can see too. Yeah, but with the stuff going on, it's kind of hard to find one of those. Of course, you can buy them brand new, but I really don't want to do that. That's expensive. And yeah, but we're gonna figure it out, and we'll do some more testing to see if we can lower, of course, with maybe a silencer of some sort to lower the.
Oh yeah,
the
Jay,
decibels.
you are 100% right. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to cut you off right there, man. Everybody, smash that Lizzie like
smash
button.
like button.
We
You're
got
right,
it.
Jay.
Right, 100% correct. Smash that Lizzie
Right.
like button, guys. Yo.
Before we get like way too far, we got 34 awesome people up in here.
35, I see.
Oh, 35.
Oh.
That, I'm sure, would like to win some Ethereum.
Ooh. Talking about Ethereum, does anybody out there have an E3 ant miner still mining on Ethereum? Anybody out there? I'd be curious.
You can't win, Jay. You're on DCA. I know. It's a bummer, but it's terrible. Downright terrible.
So for anybody out there that has an Ethereum miner, one of the old E3s, you should have noticed that on the 9th it dropped hash rate to like nothing, like 7 mega hash if you're lucky. But it looks like there is if you guys if you still have yours and you're wanting to get it back and rolling, you have to go on to Crypto and Hot Rods. I did a nice tutorial on this that I just had posted the other day. And I give out all the information that you need to reflash the firmware on there, especially if it's your first time flashing them like it is for me. You will actually run into a brick wall trying to flash this. You actually got to get the first firmware update that was released for it and flash it there, and then it lets you put the new firmware that just came out on there, and it still won't mine Ethereum Classic for me. It's supposed to have a patch in there for it, but it will not connect to Pool.
Wah, wah, wah. That's sad.
Yeah, it errors out in a really weird way too. Like usually about between like 6.5 to like 7.5 minutes, and then it starts to mine. Downloads the DAG file, verifies, and all that good stuff.
Very impressive tech, man.
And then whenever it started like spooling up, between that 6.5, 7.5 minute range, cool. Whenever I was just trying to connect it in with Ethereum Classic, it was like 14 minutes. And then just all the hashing boards errored out. I'm like, nah, this isn't how it's gonna turn out. I don't have a broken E3 ant miner. I guarantee you.
Parliam said they did it, so you have to buy a new ASIC. Well, they don't have a new Ethereum ASIC.
Yeah, they never came out with one.
Yeah, they actually said they don't plan to.
Right.
They don't plan to have an Ethereum ASIC. There are other Ethereum ASICs, but not by Bitmain.
Right.
Yeah, they don't have one out.
You see, I wish that they would sit there and just release a full firmware update for the controller board that would unlock the memory the right way, because that's all it is. They can leave everything else the same. It'll mine the same way. It'll just mine with full access to the memory modules. This like only using half the usage of the memory modules is the problem.
Right. Friends don't let friends buy ASICs. Yeah. I'm not an ASIC guy. That was never like never really enjoyed that.
And
Granted,
he likes to fight me with this concept, and I went along with this FPGA thing.
Granted, I understand scalability now. Now that I've been in this for 2 years, I understand that when you're building a farm, you go ASIC. Like it's the easiest way to do it. You know, running GPUs can be too much at a large scale.
You need an army of people to just reset them almost like of every few days. You're going to be resetting a cluster of them.
Yeah.
I go through my days where a GPU just drops out. I have to go through and just turn it off, turn it back on. It's like, oh god, again.
Insanity chaos with GPU, yeah. Yeah, he said FPGA can be reprogrammed at least. Yeah. Yeah, it can. And I mean, even then, FPGAs can be...
Hey, what's up, Ninja Grasshopper? What's up, homie?
Even then, FPGAs can be a headache.
Yeah.
You know, because programming FPGAs could be a pain. If you have a 6-card rig, you got to program each and every single one of those things.
Right, individually.
And I mean, there are like some ways to make it easier, but still, it's six different devices that you got to program, 6 different miners that you have to run at times, because not every miner has it built in to where you can run every single card in the single miner. A lot of them you have to run individual miner per one BCU.
Steven Days, like, I reset a rig every 3 days. I feel you on that, buddy.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy.
At least once a week, I have one rig I have to flip and reset on it.
Yeah, this is remember the gold rush? Who got rich? Who really got rich? The ones selling the tools. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was never the miners. The miners always got the shaft. Oh. But
they did all the hard work.
Right.
The ones that were selling all the tools, they didn't have any
but
of the hard work.
it was between those that were the market makers and those making the tools that made the most money. It wasn't the miners themselves, correct?
Right.
Everybody liked that one.
That was a good one. That was good. Coal miners, crypto miners, same thing.
Right.
Yeah, really. Really are. There's not much difference.
Well, for like C31 and C32, well, I don't know as much about the C32. Is there actually a NVIDIA miner for C32, or is it still all AMD right now?
No, G miner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
G miner does AMD and NVIDIA.
I mean, it's like if you've got the memory requirements for it, you know, definitely get either on the C31 or C32, whichever is gonna generate the most satoshis if you're wanting to mine Grin.
Yeah, if you're trying to go for 31 and 32 because the difficulty is a little bit lower because there's not as much competition.
Right.
You know, your best off is going with 8GB cards. I think there's a 6GB solver. I don't quite recall. I haven't tried. I know there is an 8GB solver. Originally, it was meant for 16GB cards only.
Yeah, for the C32.
Sapphire came out with a Grin card, and it was for C32, and it had 16. It was an RX 570 with 16GB of RAM, which me and them both tested before, and that was originally how was the only way to do it. And then it was very soon after that card was released that they had the 8GB solver that came out, and the 8GB 1080 Ti was doing fantastic, doing just as well as the 570 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, with way more hash rate. You know, it was.
And Caden Base is like, are they profitable? I'm not sure about that. I haven't seen the hash rate on C32 with the Grin card.
It's not profitable.
I didn't think so.
Especially with the Grin card. The Grin card is really trash. I mean, in my personal opinion.
And
yeah, like I would never personally buy one.
And if you've got NVIDIA, you'll have the best chance. You'll have the best chance on NVIDIA, but
I mean, the 16 gigabyte Grin card is cool. Like, it's a really cool card to have. You know, but it doesn't do any better than a regular 570, like 8 gigabyte, like at all. Like, it's just a basic card. Nothing fancy. What's up, Mad?
And I've never really, Ace, I've never really had an issue with running C31 or, yeah, it was just C31 that I was playing with. And even on my NVIDIAs, I didn't really have any issues with it. Usually if it's not stable, a lot of times it's just you're just leaning on the card just a pinch munch. Grin was kind of heavy to begin with, so once you hit a block,
it was hard to overclock.
Yeah, when you hit a block on Grin, it like spikes your card real hard for a brief moment, and if you've already got your card at that limit, it's gonna over spike on you and crash your rig, especially if it does it on the first GPU, the one that's in slot 0. If you crash that card out, usually it takes the whole machine out with it.
Right. This is I'm a hodler, so GPU mining doesn't scare me at this point. Good. It shouldn't.
It really shouldn't. I mean, don't mind beyond your own pocketbook if you're gonna hodl, but at the same time, make sure that you are hodling projects that are working. Not so much. Macy. Not so much like are they advertising and stuff like that. Are they trying to expand their coin out? Are they trying to make usability what it's supposed to be on their network?
What up, Gundy?
Not these other coins that were in 2017 that failed because, you know, here 2 years later, they still don't have working products.
Yep. Still just a thing. But before we get too further, guys, like, we're gonna go ahead and do our giveaway that we gotta do tonight. Since we are rolling on like 10 minutes till or 1 hour. So I am going to go ahead and switch on over to this real fast so we can get rolling on that. Make sure you guys have commented. Been posting it for a little bit. So make sure you comment. Let's see. Screen. So we will go here. We will open up that, which is this video. We got 46 awesome comments, and we will copy and just make sure fetch these, don't include replies, go with that Ethereum. So are we ready, guys? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, 41 comments.
Woo.
False alarm. Keatron, Deadsuin. You here, buddy?
Just type them in.
Shows that you are here.
Alright, shows that he's here.
Yep, he says, yes, I'm here.
Yo!
Yep,
what's up, what's up?
He says, yes, I'm here, yes.
Please don't pass me up!
He says, here in 4 seconds, good to go. Yep, got you, buddy. So I will go ahead and that address and send that on over to you, buddy. This is best time, so glad he says 2 billion yeses.
It's like, I am so here.
I am so here for this. I so want to be here, and I am here. See my comment. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Glad you won the awesome 0.2 Ethereum. And that is being sent over to you right now. Let us know when you get it. Because I'm very here. Glad, buddy. Glad. Before we get too far into this, I also wanted to kind of note something that I had seen. That HTC's Exodus smartphone.
We have to give a big old shout out to the Mystery Man. Thank you.
Oh, yes, we do,
so
guys.
much.
Thank you, Mystery Man. Make sure you put an awesome comment and emoji down below for the Mystery Man.
Right.
Because without him, you wouldn't be winning Ethereum.
Right. For sure.
Just for sure. Yep. Thank you, Mystery Man. Thank you. Any staking, Zbert? Yes. Just regular Tezos. Just kind of riding that one out for what it's worth, as long as it is. And Redcoin. The only two staking things that I am really involved with. So that's it for me. But anyway, the HTC's Exodus smartphone is now getting the XMR Monero mining app. If anybody doesn't know, the Exodus phone from HTC is a blockchain phone. It does have wallets built into it. It is built for blockchain. It's what it's made for. It's an okay phone. It's not like a top of the line phone, that's for sure. It is kind of cool. The back is clear, so you can see like all the stuff on the inside of the phone. So I mean, that's kind of cool for tech junkies like myself and them. Yeah, we enjoy some bare circuitry. Yeah, I know.
It's almost as good as this shake.
Right. But yeah, so they're getting a Monero miner, which is really nice to see. I mean, you can mine Monero with any Android phone as long as you have more than 4 gigabytes of RAM. And I mean that more than 4, not 4, more than 4. Just basic 4 gigabytes of RAM doesn't really do it.
Right, because depending on your OS and all the bloatware that your phones will usually come equipped with naturally, you could be eating up, a gig and a half of RAM just with the OS's stuff that it's got to run.
Right.
Which means you're under the 3 gigabytes and womp womp womp, can't run nothing.
But not only that, when you're running it in Android, the best way to run the XMR or XM rig is running through a program called Termex, and that's just he's just got the 0.2 Ethereum. Awesome, glad you got it, buddy.
Nice.
Your stream is hurting my Monero mining. I'm sorry, buddy. So
hey,
we're about to be done.
Hey Zbert, what are you mining on with Monero?
Yeah, let us know.
Right.
But yeah, so with running Termex, you're actually installing another operating system in your operating system. So it just eats up more RAM when you do that. So it's best to have way more than 4 gigabytes of RAM because you're running double. The phone cannot handle the heat very well. They're not very good. I've noticed that most of the heat comes through a screen. The screen actually dissipates most of the heat, which is actually very strange. Not so much the back of the phone. It's an Ryzen 7. Nice.
Nice.
Which you got, buddy?
right? I got
Me and him both have a Ryzen 7. I have a 1700 first gen.
and I got the 2700X, and if I lean on it for everything it's worth, I've seen almost 7,000 hash a second.
$3,700. Nice. So you got 3rd gen.
Nice.
What's your hashes? I would like to know, buddy. I'd like to know what the, because I can see what goes 1st gen.
And are you running
mine on
Linux or
MEMS.
Windows?
Yeah. 7,200 hashes.
That
Nice.
seems a little light. My 1900X gets 7,000.
Coins. What program do you use to mine Monero on a phone? It's actually pretty. It's not like intense, but you got to install a program called Termex, and it lets you install Ubuntu onto the phone without having to root it or use without having to like root or use sudo, because you can't use sudo at all because your phone will not let you have super user access. You're not root unless you root the phone. Once you root the phone, you can get root permissions and do whatever you want. But up until that point, you're not root.
Because
phone's root.
Zbert, I'm mining Monero still as we speak, as I'm the one live streaming. So I've got video capturing, my camera's capturing, I'm online, I've got Discord open here, and it's mining Monero.
Right.
For a 0% dev fee. If you would like to have that, you should join the Family Mine Discord. Oh, and get into I can help you out with like a 0% dev fee, but you have to get into the Patreon for DCA your mining, and I have the unlock key right there. And I keep that all up to date with the latest current miner, and all you have to do is replace one file. Which reminds me, I've got to update that because they've got a new miner that's out. Nice, the 3900X. Oh, I love those. I want it. What I really want to get next, and I'm waiting for the price to come down on it a little bit more, is the 2990X, which is the best 2nd gen Threadripper that you can get, and oh, that'd be amazing to have. Oh, all those data lanes that it can handle, all the processing that it can do.
Oh, for sure, Chancoin. Chancoin says if you guys are really into XMR, watch for the upcoming new Zen 3 Ryzen 4000 CPU.
Oh my god, I have
even
been
more L3s.
so...
Yeah,
oh
seen
my
that.
god, yes.
That's absolutely nuts.
Oh. I'm like...
I was like, oh, that's nice. I want that.
Ooh, shiny.
I want that shiny thing.
I want that shiny thing. Ooh.
That looks real nice. He's
Yeah.
real nice and pretty. He says they look pretty sick. Yeah. He says need a new motherboard for that chip. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
it. Oh my god.
New motherboard and all.
Well, as soon as it, like for me, I have the 1st gen Threadripper, the 1900X, which is only an 8-core, and with this I can go all the way up to the 2nd gen Threadripper. 3rd gen, you have to have a new motherboard because they switched some of the power placement pin.
Too.
Oh
man.
yeah.
It's literally so expensive.
Oh, you know it.
139. What? Oh. Different processor.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
crazy.
be insane.
Dude, it'll be awesome. I can't wait. Personally.
Oh yeah.
Cannot wait. Yeah, I've enjoyed testing XMR on a few different things, just getting things up and running. And I appreciate the comment that you posted there, Dave Points. He said wicked knowledge. Greatly appreciated that there, buddy. I even got mining XMR on this old i3 that I
Thank
got
you,
going on
Gundy.
over here.
He watched my E3 vid, which is all about trying to make sure you can still use that thing at the end of the day.
Right. That's awesome. I'm glad. You see, you guys do. Yes, you actually already missed it, buddy. So, okay, catch you next week, next Friday. Well, there'll be another one next Friday.
Right. So, anybody got any other kind of questions or anything? This is like your time to just barrage us with them questions.
Mm-hmm. Now is your time before I have to walk away. I got a family that's
getting rowdy back there.
Yeah, they're getting rowdy and they need some help.
Oh. They need Super Dad.
Yeah, they need a Super Dad. So. Huh.
Ralph Cooper, yeah, Colin, a heavily armed clown, still around. He's a daddy now, and he's got his work responsibilities. He's got his community of people, and I think he still does his podcast.
I think so.
I want to say he still does.
Coin wins CVP 13. Bro, I wish. Maybe if I win the one from Boss Coin's giveaway. I mean, if I win that one, then yeah, I'll have a CVP 13.
Right.
If I win that, then yeah.
Those things are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
They're real expensive.
Yeah, really, really expensive. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you all have had a fantastic evening. Hope you all have enjoyed some of the great knowledge that we've
Mike
had.
and Dib, he's like, I want to build a 5700 rig so bad.
I've wanted to do the same for quite a while, just for testing, but I've actually grown to like the 5600 XT a whole lot better.
Right.
Because it can do just as well as hash rate at a lower power consumption.
Correct.
I mean, granted, you can undervolt a 5700 now a whole lot better.
Without breaking it.
Yeah, without breaking it, which is nice, which is real nice. But that's just me.
Right.
5700s are still pretty cool though.
K6 Masters, if I win the one from Voscoin, I'll sell it right away. You better sell it to me for a discount.
You contact us first. That's for sure. Right.
Sell it to your favorite YouTuber. Yo.
Yes, Techman, a 5700 can be biospawned to an XT. That is true.
Yep.
He says I will. Awesome, K6.
Gandhi's like 5-finger discount.
That's funny. Do you mind ETH, Mohammed? No.
Yes, I do.
Well, Ethereum Classic.
Well, I do both.
Oh, well, I guess you have no choice right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 E3s on Ethereum. I've got a RX 5800 rig.
RX 580.
I mean, yeah, 580. I mean,
Got you, buddy.
It's been a long day. It's the end of the night. Getting to the end of the night type of deal. But yeah, so I've got my 580 rig on Ethereum Classic, and then I've got a bunch of NVIDIA that's on that beam. soon to be looking for maybe something else.
All right. Any other questions, guys? Nefarious, we just went Bart Simpson.
Man, are you looking at the 1 minute or the 4 hour or the 1 day?
ETC, this is the way. It is.
Yeah, you know, as much
look
as
at Gundy stealing your line over there. Look at him. He says 3 minute. Nefarious said. Next week, 50 questions though.
right.
Do it. If you got 50 questions next week, Stephen Day, do it. Write them all out and send them to us, and we'll answer all 50 of them.
Right.
Yes, I agree, Tech Man. He says share us out because we need super chat button. That'd be amazing. I would love to have super chat button on this channel. So yeah, share us please with everybody. As many people as you can. Share us. We would love to have all the subscribers to where we can at least get the super chat button. I would love it.
Right.
All the super chats. Later, Ralph Cooper. I did not see a price for the new Zen 3, Jonas. Did not see a price yet. Thank you, 3D Camper. Have a good night, buddy. Techman says BitCash, DCA adventure. I have not looked into BitCash. Paul Marinda, where is Crypto Giver? Don't know, buddy. Apparently, something happened. He was compromised, and I don't know. That's all I know. I haven't spoke with him since it happened. So. Yep. That's the word on the street. Yeah, we're still looking into it, like Navari said. So, yep. People out there looking for it, so.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big bummer.
Very cheesy. That's too funny.
Does that mean they're gonna fall down? Yeah. So, alright guys, I gotta be scooting out of here, so I hope you all have a fantastic night, and as you know, we always say, you know, keep your watts low and your hashes high.
Yo.
But you know, Gundy stole it before we even got to say it.
Right.
Crypto McKill's voice sounds like Crypto Giver though. Man, I'm not Crypto Giver, I promise you.
Man, we're not that cool.
I'm not that cool. In different country.
Right.
So.
And Mike and Deb, happy Easter to you too. Happy Easter to all of you guys out there.
Stay safe.
Right, be safe.
Stay clean.
Exactly. Oh my God, definitely.
Wash your hands.
Right. All of you.
Wow.
Oh, that's what that is? Holy cow, I thought you bumped the mic or something.
Nope, that was thunder.
Holy cow.
They rumbled the house a little bit.
Nice.
That was a good one.
Don't get blown away now.
I hope you all heard that.
I'm sure they did. If I was able to hear that, that meant they could hear that. It sounded like the microphone's getting bumped.
That was a good one.
So, all right, guys and gals, we'll definitely see you all on the next one.
Later, guys.
Yo, peace. You know, we never even rolled that intro, dude. We totally forgot to roll the regular intro.